Residents of quiet, scenic Crooked Tree are not happy, and the full fury of their anger is aimed directly at the gang suppression unit. Elements of that segment of the police department descended on young men in Crooked Tree last night with a vengeance, leaving in their wake bruised bodies, resentment, and anger. Fearing retaliation by the GSU, none of the young men who endured the GSU assault would go on camera, but they all told the same story of abuse at the hands of the police.
Well, big man, I'm there to just sit down, and when I look, I see the policeman stop right there, so, and I say, well, I don't know what the man I deal with, so I decide, well, I know they hang up. Right? Because I see they done rough up my belly out there, so they stamp up and grab and slam up about. I don't know, I say, well, they must say, I do me the same thing too, so I say, well, I break.
Man, they grab me up for kill me. I have to play like I dead for this man, they let me go. Ease up off my belly, and the man, they drag me about for half hour lamppost to the next lamppost for kill me.
Now, why did they attack you? Did they say anything?
Nothing. Man, they just deal with me and the man just haul off my pants and start spray pepper spraying at that time. I don't know why the man do that.
And while these two young men had no idea why they were roughed up by the police, another Crooked Tree youth believes his beat down by the GSU was an attempt to get information on a so-called gang operating in the village, but he maintains there was nothing to tell.
Beat me up. They talk about some Gaza click where they in some Crooked Tree. I mean, they know about no Gaza click. And then tell me I must sing for them. How I want to sing when I don't know nobody. Fine, yeah. So.
Was it only you from this house that was brutalized?
Yes, only me. One of them grab me and tell me, but if I make any noise, I'll be my last.
The resident says he, like the others, was going about his own business when he was taken to the back of his yard, handcuffed and brutalized.
Then they asked me what about the crack there. I tell them I don't know about no crack sale there. Then they asked me about some gun. Me don't know nothing about no gun. The man then just start beat. To be honest, they didn't want no question. They just start choke me. They handcuff me. And one of them stand up on my foot and next one grab me behind my neck and start stretch me. I thought about them and hang me back, yeah. But I don't know for what. All them bruises and things. Even the way I talk, that ain't got me so.
Elders of the village say they are outraged that this kind of police brutality was visited upon their children, who are no troublemakers.
I'm not happy because last night, this week, 2 weeks back, a tournament, basketball tournament beginning in this village. And so the young man and he entertained himself out there, so then they practiced last night. My grandson and my nephew said they're going out there and they take the two little boy and carry them with them. And when we look, we see the two little boy, they run, they come. He said, Granny, he said they got D-Bud. And then, he said, pan the ground along with some other boy. He said he shot them up and beat them up and do they kick them up and mash them up, all kind of thing, and they do that. Poor picnic, they drop down when they're frightened, so. He said, Granny, the thing we afraid for, they let her gun.
Wade says even underage boys were caught up in the GSU operation and believes that the police officers could have carried out their duties in a more humane way.
When poor Devin come, he started to tell what happened. He said, he asked now, when they do this for? Right, so my nephew, my grandson say, I asked him, he said, I don't mind, I practice my ball out here. What do they do with this for? He said, but they don't want to hear nothing.
Now, D-Bud was the young man who was attacked by the crocodile?
Yes, definite.
What is his condition? Where is he right now?
They are in Joak. He just come out of the hospital. They gave him an injection last night because he couldn't lay down, he couldn't sit down.
The village's basketball court is where the young men first came face to face with the GSU. Laverne Crawford says when she got wind of what was taking place, she went to investigate, and what she found was not a pretty sight.
Well, my neighbor come and say that the GSU is by the field. So I hurry, went out there, and I saw all the guys on the ground. And I see the GSU having the thing that they shock people, and they're shocking 2 guys. And the guys, they were begging for help, and they never stopped. So well, I went and asked them, I said, well, me to kill the boy there. So well, then they went away.
Both Crawford and Wade say they have no problem with the police doing their job, but believe that the GSU was just plain wrong in the way they conducted their business on Monday night.
I tell them, what I want to tell them, that I appreciate if they come in at this village and run the village for we, for see things right, but do it in the proper order. Not like how they do it last night, because one minor get hurt and one sick child get hurt. One sick person.
So you believe that they take advantage of these people last night?
Yes, definite.
And it's one of the few areas in which the villagers and their chairman actually agree. Village Council Chairman George Guest told Love News that the GSU was just plain out of order on Monday night and had no good reason to be in his village but to
aggravate the youth in the village. They were trying to find two gang units that were in here. Well, one is the Gaza gang and the other one is the Gully gang. We already know about them. They shouldn't have gone to the basketball court and make all the youth get on the ground and taser them. That is not the way. All they should have done is come in, get out of the people, talked with the people sensibly, and they would have found out what they wanted to find out. This is not right. These are young, youthful people who can't even vote yet. And one of them get injured with the crocodile. Now he is back in the hospital in Orange Walk, getting treatment for where he was beaten by the suppression unit.
So basically, you're agreeing with the residents that it was totally wrong the way the GSU conducted its business last night.
That's correct. That's correct. It is totally wrong.
One of the young men who was caught up in the GSU beatdown last night is a 30-year-old Devin Swayze. He is recovering from an attack a few weeks ago by a crocodile and even spent a couple of days in a coma at the KHMH. But the GSU officers could care less when they rolled into Crooked Tree Village last night.
Yes, well, I see the police shocking him on the ground because I witnessed that. Okay. They have him on the ground and they have a thing on him.
Monday night's incident has left a sense of bitterness and anger with the residents of Crooked Tree, along with overall resentment for the way in which the gang suppression unit conducted its business in a village with no known problems of gang violence and crime. Reporting for Love News, I am Patrick Jones.